All right, so do I miss WWE, WWF? Yes, I miss it. Sometimes I miss the money. I miss the international. Well, I miss the better status of traveling. Like I travel all the time. I probably travel more than I did in WWE. To really be honest, WWF, I travel a lot. Like literally, I'm not at liberty to talk about some things, but just this week alone, I had like 6 flights and did 5 matches. I honestly did. Like I've grinded it out, believe it or not. I'm just terrorizing. Like I'm hurt and everything else, but the quality of travel is what I miss. I miss that nice. I could perk it up to first class more often because they keep you on a particular airline. They don't jump you over to every BOGO deal. Buy 1 flight, get 1 flight free here on the Big Yellow Bird, like Spirit.
Oh, no, Spirit.
Spirit is the yellow heel in the sky, yes. Well, I won't do that. You've seen me say, I'm not taking this show. Yeah. Like, they sent me a Spirit flight. I go, I won't be there. And they're like, what did I told? I said, if you go back and read your email, I said, do not book Spirit. I will not be there. Like, do not book me on Frontier. Do not book me on any janky budgety airline. I'll take the heat and I'll complain about my American and Delta, but I'll get on them. But you send me them other ones, I'm not getting on them. Like what is whatever, But at least with like American, like I have status, I can move seats around. Delta have status, and it's a lot easier to maneuver things when flights cancel, this and that. They have planes and this and this and that. But
you can also only sleep like on one side on the plane too.
Yeah, very particular. Thank you. I got to get an F side seat because I feed this way my whole life. Going to the left and around to the right. Feed to the right, feed to the right. Well, on airplanes, I sleep to the right. That's it. If you can see me on YouTube, people can see me. But listening on Spotify, I got a gangster lean to the right, and my head's on an airplane wall.
I was just about to say you have a gangster lean to
the side. But like with WWE, the travel was more. It's more organized because you'll fly into one city, rent a car, and then you'll do 3 surrounding cities. Like where independently, I'll fly. Like the 1 week in October I had, right? So I flew in. I did a show in Florida. Then I flew to Massachusetts on a Saturday. Then I flew back to Charleston, South Carolina on a Sunday. Then I flew to New York City on a Monday. Then I flew to LA Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, I drove down to San Diego. Then I flew to Denver for Friday, Saturday, came home. That is my independent schedules and travel. Like, yeah. And yes, I'm grinding like that. I'm blessed and very blessed that the wrestling fans and wrestling world is still being very kind to me. So that's if you think about the geographical locations of these places, some of it was the East Coast, but it was a flight every day. Where WWE, not necessarily a flight every day. You'd fly in, you would do 3 surrounding cities, so you rent a car, you're able to go to the gym, this and that. Where these, you're just getting up, you come in from the show 1, 2 in the morning, and you got a 5 a.m. flight. You're showering and heading right back to the airport, landing and going right to a show, repeat. So it could be a bit harder, but I love it, absolutely love it. Now, as far as the answer, do you make more money for house shows or TVs? Well, I'm surprised they didn't throw pay-per-views in there, because pay-per-views will be where the more money was made. TVs, it's been a long-standing history. I don't know what they make now for a TV. In my time, I'm trying to remember what it was. I don't know if it was $150. Maybe it was maybe it was $150, $300 for 2 days, or maybe it was $300 TV. But it wasn't very much, and that went up from what the guys prior to me, like, because I can remember when I broke in '87 and I was doing stuff in WWE and stuff. Like, I think they might have been making $50 a TV, I think. And now don't quote me on this because I ain't said, but. Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said, man, I'm in a rap mood today. I'm going to go put some music on the way home and Boys in the Hood and all good.
Is it, it's not salary, it's like per show?
Oh, no. Well, now, not a lot of people are salary. Back in the day, I don't know if it was all salary. They were like per show.
Match?
They were per show. But no, you get a downsized now. So you get a contract for, say, on a low end, $100,000, right? Now, you get paid a physical amount for each house show, right? But once you meet that, and you meet that 100, then everything else is bonus to you. So if you meet that 100 in your first 6 months, because you're like really doing a lot of shows and you're pulling the guard and this and that, and you make that money, Then everything after that is like a bonus, though. So then you met your downside, which is 100,000, and so you do. If you did 100,000 in 6 months, and you might do 200,000 a year if you got the same schedule the second half. But then, or you throw pay-per-views in, which could be anywhere from $5,000 to $30,000 pay. Those are where you start jacking them up. Now, I don't know how that works personally now because we only had 4 pay-per-views. Mm-hmm. Well, they have like 10 now or something. I don't know. Like, seems like every 3 weeks or 2 weeks or something, there's a pay-per-view every month or something like that. So, yeah. So I don't know if I answered your question or I just ramble and rattle all over the place. But
yeah, you answered it.
You sure? Your box looks empty. You got one more?
Got one more.